guys, so today I'm going to show you my typical go-to, and I put in air quotes go-to because the one thing that definitely changes up during the fall is my lip products. I just tend to go all out during the fall with my lip products. Right now, I wish it was a little bit colder. It's still freaking hot and I don't like it. This is going to be a super affordable look. I mean, not just drugstore affordable, like super affordable, because I know sometimes when you go to the drugstore, you're like, all right, I'm just gonna get a few things here and there. You go check out with your maybe like 5-6 things, and then boom, like 50 bucks or 60, and because they all add up, and there's only certain brands from the drugstore that really stick to the below $8 mark. And I know for some people that's really important, or it's just something that they can only afford. So with that being said, let's just get on with this look. So first I'm going to start with this baby skin primer. I just started getting into primers, so I'm experimenting with just a few of them. This is actually, I think, the third or the fourth primer that I've tried. The first two I got from an Ipsy bag and they did not do anything, so after trying those out, I was just like, this is just not for me. Even though I do need a primer because my pores are so big when I put makeup on, it's like those little craters everywhere. And I only apply it to the areas where I know my pores are just out of this world. Next, I'm going to use this CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Oil-Free Foundation. You guys heard me talk about this in my... I had to mix it. Ew, it just came out so runny. You guys heard me talk about this in the first impressions video, and I actually discovered the problem fixer to my skin issue that I've been having, so this should work out for me. I'm just going to buff this all over my face to even out my skin tone. In the fall, I tend to normally go for semi-matte or matte foundations. I don't really like to be really dewy. And of course down the neck, because you can never forget that part. You don't want to look like you have a mask on. Now I'm going to fill in my eyebrows, and I've been using the Covergirl Brow Eye Makers pencil in Midnight Brown. Taking this little spoolie thing with my dog's hair on it and brushing it out so it doesn't look too scary. Look at that compared to that. Remember all that eyebrow drama I was talking to you about? How I would always go to the same place that messed up my eyebrows every single time just because it was convenient. It was closer to my house. How they never failed to mess up my eyebrows. So since then, I actually haven't gotten my eyebrows done. I'm like trying to focus so hard. I've just been letting them grow out and go to their natural shape because they did also mess up the shape of my eyebrows. Now I'm just going to set my foundation with this Rimmel London Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder. Mine actually broke, so I don't know if that compromises the quality of the powder. I should get another one. And the shade that I have is Creamy Beige 018. So I usually just tend to focus the powder where I get oily, which is right here. Like I said, my skin is going back to normal. If you've seen my other videos, you know that it just stopped liking me for a little bit. If you just swirl your powder everywhere and you actually have a dense brush, then you're just going to be sliding off your foundation. So I just like press it around my face. Now I'm going to bronze up my skin, and I'm just going to use n.y.c's bronzer in Sunny. Put that into the hollows of my cheeks, and I actually blend it up a little bit because I have a rounder face, so I just want it to run up here to lift my face up. And then on this big ass forehead of mine, just gonna put a little bit there. For blush, I'm going to use this Mellow Wine Wet n Wild blush. If you're looking for very pigmented blushes, this is one of them, and they're so freaking cheap, it's like ridiculous. And this is a BH Cosmetics brush. I'm also going to highlight a little bit. I know I said I like to stick to a matte face, but I don't like to stick to a very flat face. So I'm just going to use this NYX Illuminator in Chaotic. It's just a darker pinkish blush with gold tones in it. So I usually just take that and run it on the top. It's really nothing like a boom in your face highlighter, but it just looks nice and it takes away that dullness from the face.
I didn't put concealer on. How could I forget to put concealer on?
I seriously forgot to put concealer on, and these eye bags have been real these past few days. Usually I put concealer on right after my foundation, but this morning has been just very weird and I've been full of anxiety, so I forgot to put concealer on. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Coverall Coverstick. It's not my favorite just because it tugs a little bit, and I've actually had this for a very long time, but it has that peach like salmon undertone that cancels out the blueness under my eyes, so I'm just gonna use that.
I'm making a video, duh. Hey, world.
Might play some FIFA or something.
Some FIFA.
Love you.
I love you more. So all I did was use the Wet n Wild Coverall Coverstick. When I use it, usually I would just get a brush and dig it in there, warm up the product, and then put it on. And then on top of that, I just put the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer, which is a favorite of mine. And again, this also has a salmony undertone to it, so it just like adds on to cancel out the blueness. I'm just going to use the Naked Truth palette by Wet n Wild. If you guys haven't been able to tell, I love Wet n Wild. So I'm going to use this shade right here that says base on it, and I'm honestly just going to use my fingers. I'm just putting this light shade on my eyelid, and I'm also putting it in my tear duct right here to brighten it up because it tends to be a little bit bluer. Then I'm going to take this Define dark matte brown shade, and I'm just going to put that slowly onto my crease. Any brown shade would do, like if you have a palette and has a brown shade. This one is actually a little bit too dark for my everyday liking, so I'm just blending it out. And then using the same shade, the same brown shade, I'm going to smoke out my under eye here. I used to never do this, but then I realized how weird it looked without it because it just looked very top heavy. And I'm going to take the crease shade, well it says crease, but I'm not going to put it on my crease, and it has some gold flecks in it, so I'm just going to put that on the inner half of my lower lash line. And usually I don't go all the way into the inner tear duct. I just like kind of flick it outwards because then it just gives you the appearance of a larger eye. Now depending on how I'm feeling that day, either I'd go for a liner or I'll just put mascara on, but I usually stick to the brown tones. So recently I was actually looking for a brown eyeliner, and because I was in the Wet n Wild section, I picked up this Wet n Wild liquid eyeliner in, I think it was dark brown, but it's not the shade that I'm looking for. This is just a little bit too dark for what I was looking for. So today I'm just going to use the brow pencil. It's a Brow and Eye Makers pencil, but brown eyeliner is what I tend to go for.
This pencil is not working out, so I'll just leave this pencil the job of my eyebrows and not my eyes. Yeah, no, this isn't working out.
I'm just going to stick with this Wet n Wild Mega Liquid Eyeliner for today in dark brown. And in the meantime, I'm just going to pray to the eyeliner gods that I have even wings.
That came out a little bit too thick. Damn it! Do they look even? I don't know if I should take some off of this one or put more onto this one because I feel like I'm going to end up having panda eyes.
Now I'm going to apply.
You're so annoying, leave!
Hold on, baby. I can't even charge my phone.
No.
Let me kiss.
I'll be out in like 10 minutes.
No, stay here. I don't want you to come.
Oh, so rude. I always put a lighter eyeliner on my waterline. Either a nude color, Rimmel has one, or today I'm going to spice things up a bit and use this L'Oreal Silkisim, I don't really know. Yeah, it's the L'Oreal Infallible Never Fail Silky Pencil Eyeliner in gold. So I'm just going to put that in my waterline.
Putting eyeliner on the waterline is the weirdest feeling ever.
Now I'm just going to curl my eyelashes and put this Covergirl Faux Lash Bloom Mascara on. I don't really like this mascara just because it doesn't give me all the drama that I want on my lashes. But if you just like your natural lashes but better look, then this is something you'd like. And now last but not least, my favorite part is the lips. Last year, my go-to lipsticks were these two. This one is Milani's lipstick in Cabaret Blend. And this, oh my god, this smells so freaking good. Not a matte finish, but it's just a really nice wine color. And you can build it up to your intense darkness. Wet n Wild Sugar Plum Fairy. These are like my everything. And this one is a matte lipstick, and this is compared to MAC's Rebel. Cabaret Blend Milani is more of a red wine, and the Sugar Plum Fairy is more of like a deep purple that also builds up. For today, I'm going to choose the Milani Cabaret Blend just because I want more of a reddish tone on my lip. But first, I'm going to use this n.y.c Automatic Lip Liner in Natural. This is like my favorite ever. And I line my lips, but I also fill them in. It smells like a Jolly Rancher.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
One tip about using dark lipsticks is just work slow. Don't try to go really fast, because if you do, you're going to end up smearing it, and it's a lot easier to make a mistake than it is to take it off. So that concludes my simple, classic, go-to fall makeup look. This is really what I wear all throughout the fall. I'm definitely going to keep searching for that brown eyeliner that I want, and sometimes I even pair it up with brown mascara as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know if you liked it by thumbsing it up. I will have my top favorite lip products for the fall coming soon, so be sure to be subscribed so you can see it. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a good day or night, and I will see you guys, well, I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye!